Hi everyone, it is time for a new pick a card reading. Today's pick a card reading is how do they see your connection then versus now. So I have 3 piles for you guys to choose from, beginning on the left with the volleyball, 2 is the raccoon, 3 is the cupcake. Timestamps are in the description and comment section. Meet you guys at your pile. Hi pile 1, welcome to your pick a card reading. If you're new to the channel, hello and welcome. For those of you subscribed, thank you guys so much for being so supportive and patient with me. Thank you guys very much. Today's pick a card reading is we're taking a look at how they view your connection then versus now. So I do have not a lot of cards, but I have 2 little stacks within this one stack that you're seeing. So let's get to it and let's see what we can find out. Oops, it was the bottom one. So I'm just gonna separate which one. So that is their now. I'm gonna start putting these on the left side, and I went with less tarot. I just went with 2 instead of 3. That's really all it is. So then we're taking a look at then how they viewed your connection in the past. So in the past, we have the Knight of Presents and the Wheel of Fortune, and so we're going to clarify these, and the cards that we have to clarify are the Page of Presents and Justice. So we're just going to start with these. I don't have a lot of oracle cards either, but I just rather, do this first before we jump into this. We do have Libra energy, we do have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy as well here. It just seems like your person has kind of just been slow. They've been slow about their movement, their progress. They've just been taking their time. They're just not really seeing the rush. They're like, yeah, I'll get to it when I get to it. And it's not to, make you guys feel bad or anything like that by getting to it. But it's just, that's their attitude. Like, when I have the time. It wasn't where they were really creating the time, it seems like. It feels just, it's stable energy, and it's like they knew they were interested in you, but they weren't in a rush. And I feel like they were kind of stuck on how do they communicate with you? How do they approach you? What do they say to you? So they spent a lot of time diddly-daddling is the phrase that just came to me. You guys know, I usually don't say that. Diddle-daddling, is that how? But anyways, that's what I was getting, kind of like twiddling their thumbs a little bit to say. But it is, again, it is stable, grounded energy. But it just feels like your person had other responsibilities that they had to take care of first too. At least that's what I'm getting with that first column. And then the second column, we have a major arcana clarified by a major arcana. And these are really big ones because you do have the Wheel of Fortune and you have Justice. And with the Wheel of Fortune, really, I do feel like your person kind of just felt this connection to you. They felt something was different about you. And I feel like that's kind of why they were so slow on how to approach you, because they felt there was something different about you. But we have the Justice card here as well. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna take a second to tap into this energy, because that's what I was getting for Wheel of Fortune. But with the Justice card, I just feel like your person knew that they had to be right with you. Like they had to treat you fairly. They knew. I think that's the other reason why they kind of kept their distance. And it just seems like more recent energy with this, but this could be, some of you that are like further along in your journeys. For some of you, you guys know what I'm talking about. But almost really the way that I'm getting it, it's kind of like when I was saying about how they knew there was something different about you. There was something special. And it felt like with you, it was like, wow, I'm getting, someone like a reward, like a prize in a way. So that's what I'm getting with that. They just felt very lucky to have you come across their path is really what I get. And you know, depending on how things have progressed since then and how things have played out, but when this is kind of like first impressions of you almost is what I'm picking up on, is what I'm feeling here. So with this one at least, and that's why there's just that split off of why they took so long, why they've been so slow, because they feel like they don't want to mess things up with you. But let's take a look at the oracle cards, and then we'll see how they view your connection now. So this is then, and we have romantic feelings, so that's a very big card to get. Oh, we got community, and we have balancing act. So the romantic feelings, they did have those feelings for you, but those other responsibilities, that's where that community card comes in. For some of you, it might be that they did have someone else and you just kind of came on the scene out of nowhere to them, and that kind of disrupted things in their own life because they realized there was something different about you, something just seemed faded about your connection. And also, so for some of you it is where possibly there was a third party. If not, disregard it, but for those of you, you guys know your stories, and if it applies, take it. But for community also, what I was getting is they feel like you're that soulmate, soul family kind of vibe, and that's what I was getting with the Wheel of Fortune energy, just kind of just so happy to have you around. And then balancing act, so they're trying to keep themselves together, they're trying to stay stable. I feel like they had to get things in their life in order. It's kind of like a tower moment, and it's not a bad tower moment, but you just came and you shook things up for this person, for your person. And so they had to try to figure things out within their own life, get things figured out, really is what it is. So it's a good mix. It's really positive energy as far as how they saw you in the past and how they viewed your connection. They really did care for you. They just had other things going on within their life that made them move very, very slow. But let's take a look at how they see your connection now. So over here we're going to have the Hermit, we have the Seven of Staves, and clarifying, we have the Five of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. So Aries, Leo, Sag energy and Virgo energy. It's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, so it's all fire and earth energy as far as how they feel about or how they see your connection now. And so right now they're really withdrawn. This Five of Wands is more about, for some of you, yeah, you have been arguing with your person and they're thinking about, these arguments, the words that have been exchanged between the two of you. But for most of you, your person, how they're seeing it is just like, they're kind of just, I feel like this energy here, kind of trying to analyze, trying to process it, trying to make sense of the connection, like what is really going on here, and they're kind of battling their feelings too, especially if your person still does have possibly someone else, or if they have other things, responsibilities, because of this being the Knight of Pentacles over here and so slow to move. And they still, it feels like some of that energy is carrying over now still over here. And we do have two sevens, so for some of you, if you guys been seeing sevens, 777, that might be just another confirmation for you here that this is for you. This are messages that are coming through. So the Seven of Staves and the Seven of Pentacles over here. And I do get with this, your person does want to fight for this connection. They do want to be with you. It just feels like they are working on their finances. And I think that just goes back to the balancing act. We do have Pentacles energy over here too. So that's all about the material and money and finances, that kind of thing. I feel like your person is just trying to get into a place where they feel more confident or they feel more secure when it comes to their finances. So I feel like that's part of the reason why they're kind of holding back. And for some of you, it is where they just don't feel as worthy just yet, even though we haven't really seen that from the energy coming through on the cards. That's what I'm getting. It's really like different energy. I thought this is the reading I'm going to do. Just came to my mind, so I figured there's something here. But you know, for some of you it is kind of where they're just withdrawn because they feel like you guys kind of go at it a lot, and it just might be like a battle of the egos between some of you. For those of you that resonate with that, this is just other energy I'm picking up on here, but also just like wanting more with you, wanting to just move forward and willing to put in the work, willing to invest in this connection. So it might be a mix. Take it. I know it's a lot of messages I'm getting right now. I'm sorry if it's getting confusing. I apologize. I feel I'm getting confused too because there's just a lot of energy I'm getting right now. But let's get your oracle cards over here. So we have a journey, we have getting to know each other, and success is yours. So your person does, if you guys especially are at a distance, they want to travel with you, or they want to travel to you, I should say. And for the rest of you, they want to travel with you. And it could be both for some of you, you know, especially if you guys are in different cities, states, countries, whatever resonates for your situation. But it is where your person's like, they're willing to go the distance, though, is really what I get here. Willing to fight for it, willing to go the distance. Your person wants to invest in this. They want to get to know you better, and I feel like they just want to connect with you and just allow this bond to deepen, and success is yours. They feel like there is a great potential here in your connection. They knew that they were romantically interested in you in the past, and now they just really want to make things happen because they see a lot of positive energy coming through, that this could be something that could last and not something that's just a quick fling, not something that's just gonna last, you know, a little bit of time and that's it. Like they really do see the potential for a future with you, and seeing that there is something deeper here. So for you guys, pile one, it's very positive, honestly. I know whatever, if you guys had a third party, that part may not be as positive, and that's completely understandable. I just feel like for some of you, you guys came into their life when they just weren't ready for you, and it wasn't, you know, it's not nothing bad, it's just how things worked out. But they do want to invest in this connection. They do see that long-term potential. So that is where I am gonna end it, pile one. I am just gonna leave it there. Hopefully that makes sense. I know it's a lot of energy. Again, I'm sorry you guys if it didn't make sense. I don't know how the rest of the piles are gonna go, but that is what I have for you. I am gonna be posting an Instagram pick a card later today. And what did I do? I'm trying to remember, what was my question? What was the question? I don't even remember. Oh my gosh. Oh, what is changing in your connection? That's what it was. And so that will be posted later today. The link to my Instagram is in the description box. So comment, like, share, subscribe if you're not already. And remember to click on the bell icon so you get notified when I post another pick a card. I'm hoping to get another pick a card video out to you guys soon. Don't hold me to it, but I am hoping to get to another one for you guys. So that is it, pile one. I hope it all made sense. Honestly, I'm sorry if it didn't, but that's just the energy I was getting. It's just kind of, I feel like the energy was a little scattered for your guys' pile, at least from your person. I feel like their mind might be kind of, I think this energy is kind of all over the place, and that possibly might be it. But either way, thank you guys for tuning in to this pick a card reading. Hope to see you on the next one. Bye. Hi, pile 2. Welcome to your pick a card reading. For those of you new, hello and welcome. For those of you subscribed, thank you guys again for all your support, and again for all your patience with me and your understanding and your kindness. Thank you so much. Today's pick a card reading is how do they view your connection then versus now. One was kind of just scattered. I'm not gonna lie. That's probably not one of my favorite readings, at least how it came out, but it's what came out. So I don't know how it's gonna go for you guys. I hope it'll be a little bit more clear. I feel like pile 1 was a little bit all over the place energetically, and that's kind of what happens sometimes, usually not, but I just hope this one's better for you guys and for me, because as a reader, I don't like making it confusing. I know sometimes some messages might be a little too like spiritual for some people, but that, you know, I don't know. So we're going to put the left, we'll put then, on the right we'll do now. So we're going to start with how they viewed your connection then and go from there. So we have the Two of Candles, we have the Two of Presents. Clarifying these cards, yeah, I'm only doing 2 tarot cards, sorry, I didn't mention that, I am doing 2. We have the Moon, and we have the Five of Swords. So we do have some Pisces, we do have, I was just trying to see, is there like anything like, it's just, no, you kind of have everything, honestly. You have all of the elements here. Nothing really stands out, but I don't know, maybe once I go through the energy, then I can tell you what I'm picking up the strongest, and then that might help. But otherwise, it's everything here. Pisces, I guess, is probably the one that we're going to go with for now. But how did they view your connection then? I'm looking, and I'm seeing, so the Two of Candles is the Two of Wands, and those of you who've seen enough or work with tarot cards, you kind of know the Rider-Waite version, where the person is just standing and they have the 2 wands and they're kind of just looking off into the distance. And I feel like your person was about playing it safe, not really knowing how to take in this connection, not really knowing how to process it, what really the dynamic between the two of you was. And I feel like a lot of it, there was a lot of fears, a lot of I feel like in their head they were making up like different ideas, different scenarios, just kind of what ifs. There's a lot of what ifs within this. So there was a lot of unstable energy, a lot of insecure energy. I feel like your person may have been intimidated by you. For some of you, it might be that this connection, for some of you, especially for my twin flames, it was just very intense in the beginning, just right off the bat. It's just like this big wave just hitting you of water. And we have the Two of Presents. That's the other thing too. I was going to say, for those of you that have been seeing the twos, that this might be a confirmation for you, because we do have those twos here. But the Two of Presents and the Five of Swords. So your person with the Two of Presents, I know this is going to sound, it's not going to be the most ideal for a lot of you of what you want to hear, but I'm here to tell you what I see and what I feel when I get these cards. And so with the Two of Presents, it was where your person, really this energy to me is all about like, no. So it's not, you know, I don't want to trigger you guys, but I want to give you the truth too, because we don't want to fill our head with fluff and then, you know, no. And some of you may already know this anyways. If you really know your person, you kind of already have an idea of how they might have felt. But if not, sorry to deflate that bubble. But it is where the Two of Presents, it was just that juggling, not really being sure. And I feel like a lot of it stemmed from the Moon energy here, where it was just filling their head with all these ideas and assumptions and misconceptions of you and your connection, or just, again, where it was just too intense, like, no, this is not for me, I am not ready for this, and they walked away. That's really what it came down to. In the end, your person was just like, this is too much, I don't want to deal with this, I can't deal with this. So I'm just going to leave it there, because I feel like that's enough, and you guys probably already know, and I'm not trying to damper your day at all. Let's get your oracle cards. We have religious factors. We have contract. And then you guys got 2 of these oracle cards. I only wanted 1, but there was 2. We have the new career path and reflect. We have 23, 24. I don't know if you guys are seeing those numbers. Those 2s are still here. Really, okay, when I was putting down the contract card, the energy I was getting, your person was just flat out not ready for this. They were not ready for you. They were not ready for this. They're like, no, not right now. This is not for me. I'm just It's the energy I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. The religious factors, as you guys know, usually it's the two things. It's never really anything else. Honestly, when I get this card, it's not like tarot where I get something completely different. I'm not getting anything different with religious factors. Honestly, I never really do. So for those of you who watch my channel consistently, you guys know it's either there's religious upbringing, religious traditions, beliefs that played a role here, and so for a lot of you that will apply. And then others, it's where really it feels like a soul contract, because you have the contract right there, and that just kind of perfectly leads right into it. So they know that spirit, this is something of a higher power, something more, and that's why kind of like the energy that what I was saying when I got the contract card, when I saw it, it was like they were just begging, like, no, I'm not ready for this. I have to figure everything else out in my life first. I have too much I need to do. I'm not ready for a commitment. That kind of energy is really what I was getting with it. And for some of you, it was where your person was in a new career path or on a new career path, and they were focusing, you know, just again elsewhere. Their priorities were elsewhere, not the romantic life. But as we all know, love appears when you least expect it to. It's just how it works. When you're not chasing it, that's when it comes to you. That's how it is. That's the logic. I don't know. Maybe it's not really logical. I guess it's just kind of like when you lose something and you're trying to find it and you can't find it, but then when you're not even looking for it, you find it. It's the same concept. That's all it is. And the other reason, they felt like you really made them reflect on who they were. So this just goes back to that intensity, that you really made them reflect on their life, on their priorities. Like, okay, they're focusing on their career, they're focusing on their money, on school, you know, whatever resonates for your person, and just taking the time to kind of just assess everything. And so really in the past, how they viewed your connection, they just weren't ready. Bottom line, they just didn't feel ready. They felt like they had other things that they wanted to do in their life first, and that's what I get with that. So let's get how they view your connection now. And oh yeah, that one came out in reverse. You guys know I don't do reversals. That's why I use the clarifiers. Even if I did reversals, I probably would still use clarifiers. So it's not like it really matters, right? But this one did come out in reverse. And okay, let me say, because I have to be, you know, really, I messed up on your guys's, like, this part as far as these two tarot cards, because what I wanted to do, I was doing the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck for then, and then I was using the moon, I keep forgetting the name, the Tarot of a Moon Garden. That's the name of this deck for those who are interested in it too. But for this part, and so silly me, I didn't pay attention and I drew from the Nightmare Before Christmas deck. There's a reason why I'm telling you guys this story. You guys know, if I'm bringing it up, there's a reason why. So when I was shuffling, two cards fell out. Now, mind you, these cards did fall, you know, up, downside, right? But I knew that they had fallen in reverse, both of the cards. So then in my mind, I'm kind of like, oh crap, I have two reversals for this deck, for this pile. Shit. Because I really don't read reversals, and I don't want to give you guys wrong information as a reader. I don't. Even if I do have the clarifiers underneath. But then it dawned on me, I was like, oh crap, I shuffled the wrong deck. So I left the clarifiers the same. But I did reshuffle, well, not reshuffle, but I shuffled the correct deck that I meant to. And you still had a reversal. So the second card, which is the King of Pentacles, did not come out in the reverse. But that card still did. I don't know what the other cards are. I didn't look, like I said, I don't look at the cards until I do the reading for you guys. But yeah, part of me is curious if it was the King of Swords that came out. But that's just a story to share. We have the Knight of Swords. I've been seeing that card a lot lately. and we have the Nine of Pentacles. Instability. I feel like your person's not really making sense of the connection still. I feel like there's just like, what was I talking about? The moon. I feel like the moon energy is still carrying over to now and how they're viewing the connection, as far as like they want movement, but it feels like it might be for the wrong reasons. Knight of Swords is not the most stable of the knights. Let's be honest. He's not the most stable of it. And then you have the King of Swords. So I just feel like it's not the right mentality. I just feel like they're not really seeing things clearly. They're not really making things make sense. Maybe just a little, I feel like their thoughts are kind of running away with them. And so there's this energy of like trying to rush towards you, trying to take action, trying to move things forward. And we have the King of Pentacles. So this one's a little bit more stable. How's that for contradictions, right? That's the energy I'm getting today. I don't know. But that's what we have, where they're just like unstable. But I really feel like really what it is with the King of Pentacles, they want to be able to provide for you. They see you standing in your power. You are beautiful. You're handsome. You got it all together. You are catching the attention of many other people, and they want to be the one to be able to be there for you, to be your, you know, just your support system, your friend, your lover, everything, you know, all rolled into one. So they want to be the one to be considered worthy of you. But it feels like they're trying to rush it, and part of it is because they're noticing that other people are noticing. And so it cut off on me. That thought, yeah, I'll mention it at the end. But that's what I'm getting so far as the tarot goes. So let's see what the oracle cards say. I don't know what it's going to say. We have Worth Waiting For, Angel of Strength, and Relationship Improvements. So your person realizes that there is divine timing at play here. I know it's not the most favorited of phrases for tarot, but it is where there is divine timing coming to play here. So they realize that things are working out in the way that they're meant to, the way that they're supposed to. So, but again, when they let their mind just kind of run off, like in this Knight of Swords energy, they just want things to progress. They're getting impatient is really what I get. But I feel like it's because of the thoughts that they're having that is triggering that reaction of like, I gotta go, I gotta contact them, I gotta do something. You know, it's just not wanting to lose you. And so to them, you know, we have the Angel of Strength. You give them guidance. You are that shining light. You are the star, their North Star. You are the one who is giving them the strength. You're the one who's like, when they're not focused and they're not as stable as they need to, it's like they find the strength with you, through you. And that's why the Worth Waiting For card too. It's like, okay, and you know, you have angel up there and then you have an angel down here. So they know that it has to play out at the right time, that it is going to play out like it's supposed to. When they think of you, even though they want to rush, they know that if they do, then there's a greater chance of it. But I just kind of feel like this is what I'm saying about pile one, how it just seemed like scattered energy. This is the same kind of energy I'm picking up for now. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because of this whole, whatever, is it Mercury that went to retrograde today that's coming through. But there's a lot of instability coming through. And I just kind of feel like there's so much energy. I can't even explain it. I don't know for other tarot readers if they're picking up on the same thing, but for me, it feels like a completely different energy. And you guys know I haven't really picked up on this kind of energy, but this is how they're viewing the connection now. They know that it's worth waiting for. They're wanting things to improve with you. But right now, it's just kind of like they're logical at times, and then other times they're just losing their shit. That's really, there's no other way for me to put it, to explain it. Like, that's really all it comes down to, because I can keep going through these cards over and over again, and what it comes down to is 1 minute they're good, like, or sorry, they're 1 minute they're good over here, they're like, okay, they're rational, they're thinking clearly, like, okay, you know, it's just gonna happen how it's supposed to, and then the other minute they're like, no, this needs to happen now, I'm gonna lose them, you know, it's just, the moon energy comes through. And, you know, talking about moon, that, I don't know. So that is where I'm going to leave it, because there's nothing else for me to say. That's the energy. I'll be honest, this is not my favorite reading. I hope it resonates for some of you guys, or it makes sense. It's just, I don't know, maybe today just wasn't the right day to pick up on energy. It just seems so scattered, and I don't like that. As a reader, I don't like it. I don't like contradicting energy, but that just means hot and cold energy. That's all it is. But, you know, don't get me wrong over here. They do want to be with you. They do want things to improve with you. It's not saying that they don't. It's just their energy. They just getting impatient, and then they're patient. That's what it is here. Like, they're patient over here. They turn to you. They look to you for strength and guidance and what to do, and kind of following your lead. But then other times, like when they're just alone and they're not really in a good place mentally, that's when those thoughts just run wild. So that's where I'm going to leave it, pile 2. What was I going to say? I think there was something. I had made a comment. I think it was about, I don't know. You'd have to rewind, because I'm not going to guess. I could, but I don't want to. But that same energy that I was mentioning for your pile is the same energy that I picked up on the Instagram pick a card that I did today. I'm going to be posting it later, so if you see this before, there's going to be a pick a card on Instagram. Really, that's all I'm trying to say. And some of this similar energy came through, and that's why I didn't really want to jump into that. But so if you are interested, I'm curious to see, let me know if you picked this pile and you picked the pile on Instagram where it picks up on that similar energy. Let me tell you, the pick a card on Instagram was not this kind of energy. It wasn't. It was just, I just used 2 cards for the pick a card on Instagram, and look at how many cards I used for YouTube, and it's just so scattered. I don't like it. As a reader, honestly, I don't. And I'm sorry if you guys don't like this reading as much either. Please be nice, though. I don't know. We might have to revisit this reading, you guys. I think we might have to revisit it when the energies are not so crazy. 1 and 2, you guys, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully pile 3 might pull through and not be the same, but I kind of doubt it. So yeah, but I am posting pick a card on Instagram. Link is in the description box. Comment if it's not, you know, too mean. Or if you post something that is just like, you know, obviously you must not be someone who's followed my journey through the readings. And if you're going to post something that I feel is just unnecessary because obviously you really don't know, then I'm gonna delete it. I'm not gonna lie. I will. There was one comment I did. I'm just like, yeah, you really don't know the story. So, but otherwise, yeah, we'll revisit this one, you guys. I don't know. I don't know what energy is gonna come through. I never do. So, we're gonna do this one. Maybe in a couple weeks. Once this energy kind of clears up a little bit, we'll redo this one. Alright, I am done. Pile 2. Comment, like, share, subscribe if you're not already. And if you do subscribe, remember to click on the bell icon so you get notified when I post another pick a card. Thank you, Pile 2. Hope to see you on the next one. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your pick a card reading. If you're new, hello and welcome. For those of you subscribed, thank you guys for all your support, for being so patient, understanding, and kind. I appreciate it so much more than you know. Today's pick a card reading is how do they view your connection then versus now. I'm just going to put it out there right now. I've already done the other 2 piles. This reading, the energy is all over the place, and like I was telling pile 2, I don't know if it's because of, is it Mercury that went into retrograde today? At least at the time of the reading it did. I'm not really happy with how it's going. It just seems way too scattered. That's what I mean. So I'm hoping for your guys' pile it's not as scattered. I thought pile 2 was kind of like not being as scattered, but then eventually it did because it kind of contradicted itself. Then, well, the energy. So I'm hoping for you guys it's not, but I plan on redoing this one because I feel like maybe there's kind of just too much energy, and you guys will see. You guys will see. So you guys are the cupcake pile. Let me separate your cards. So on the left will be how they viewed the connection then, and then the right will be now. So we're starting off with then. Of course, we have the Hangman. We have the King of Potions. And clarifying these two cards, wow, we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. It was just so nice seeing the Ten of Pentacles, and then we got this damn Seven of Swords. Okay, so how would they view the connection in the past? You know, I really I feel like your person with the Hangman, like the phrasing I was getting was like they had paused it, like they had put a halt to this connection. They just like, I just feel like they took a time out, and it's been a very long time out for some of you since they've done that. And it just, I think there was just so much that came up for them, and really the one thing consistent I think throughout all the pilos, and even with your guys's, I think the fear of commitment, of a forever, a long-term relationship, just being with someone kind of was like scary. And it's almost like they were just holding onto the rope, like instead of jumping down, they're just like, no, I'm just gonna stay right here, hold on to this rope for dear life, and I'm not ready to jump into this commitment. I'm not ready to jump into it. And so we have over here the King of Potions. So this is the King of Cups, and they did have feelings for you though. That's what I get. They had feelings for you, but they were dishonest about it. And the dishonesty came in different types of ways. One, of course, being that they wore a mask. They didn't reveal how they truly felt about you. They didn't reveal it. They didn't tell you. They didn't show it. They were just kind of hoping it might pass by. And I feel like because it stemmed from their fear of commitment, that's why they didn't really take any moves towards you. And so with the dishonesty, they were just kind of like trying to sneak away, like, you know, just sneak out and not really make anything happen. You know, it was just, again, going back to the Hangman energy, just no, not yet, I'm not ready for this kind of energy. And let's take a look at your oracle cards. Wow, we have a wedding, we have the World, and alignment. So for those of you seeing 1111, my twin flames, there you guys go, or higher level soulmates, whatever. You know, there's so much talk about the labels and everything, and at the end of the day, guys, it really doesn't matter. You know, if it matters to one person, then okay, great. If it doesn't matter to another person, then okay, great. Like, what difference does it make? It's some type of a higher level connection, a spiritual connection. You know, it's just, I don't know. But we have the wedding, and then we have the World underneath, and I feel like this column is just flipped over here, because the wedding and the Ten of Pentacles, they knew that there was something here. Like, they could really see themselves committing to you, seeing that you are marriage material, that you are someone who is worthy, someone who can be a good parent, or maybe for some of you, you already are a parent, so take whatever resonates on that. And they saw that there was a lot of potential there, very, very long-term potential that they saw within you. But with the World, they were afraid again. So it's just those fears consuming them, taking them over, and not making them want to progress. Deep down, I really do think that they wanted to, but their fears took over. And so for your guys' pile, really the fear stemmed from the fear of commitment, a loss of freedom, and possibly just not wanting to repeat the past for their past experiences and breakups and love. So And that's what I was getting in that. And alignment. So the alignment, I just go like your person was just not on the same page as you. Even though they saw the potential with you, they weren't in alignment. Their thoughts and where they were in their life was not matching up to yours. Like you were ready for this relationship. You were ready to go long term, you know, if it came to that. But your person wasn't. They weren't on the same page. And it's just because they allowed those fears to take over. Yeah, they did see it. They really did. They see the potential. But they allowed their fear to take over, and it just, again, kind of put them in that hangman energy where it's just stagnant. Nothing happened, and they let that take over. So that's how they viewed the connection then. This is how they view the connection now. So now we have the Knight of Swords and the King of Staves. Clarifying these cards, we have 11. What was I saying? That's crazy. And the Ace of Cups. So two beautiful clarifiers. I think these are the most beautiful clarifiers I've seen all day. I mean, we had a potential over here, but that had to mess it up. But the Knight of Swords energy. Your person, how they view the connection now, they see that they weren't stable. They see the inconsistency, especially with this Seven of Swords energy. So it's going to be different for all of you. Take however it resonates for your situation, whether it was a third party, whether it wasn't, maybe it was a career, just them kind of keeping their distance, ghosting you. Maybe it wasn't, or they didn't choose anybody because they're so afraid of commitment, you know. But some people are afraid of commitment and yet they go and do their own things and have flings, whatever. So for some of you, so it's just different ways of how they cope with that fear, even though they want that love and affection, I guess. But over here, so back to the Knight of Swords, so they were inconsistent. They realized that in order to have this, they just have to kind of figure out what they really want, and if they really do want to be with you, which I really do think they do because of the Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands. These two cards are just very, very loving cards overall, you know, as far as how I see it, and just kind of that happy ever after kind of feel. And so they understand that they in order to have this stable relationship with you, they have to be stable themselves. A Knight of Swords is not stable, not at all. They are so fast in and out, and that's it. They fly by, right? And so then we have the King of Staves over here and the Ace of Cups, and they are just so attracted to you. There's so much passion and so much desire and longing for you, and it's not just because they are attracted and they find you like sexy and attractive and beautiful or handsome. Deep down, a lot of it is because they really do care about you and they do have these feelings for you. So it's not where they looked in the past, when it came to you and how they viewed you, it wasn't negative at all. They knew what your potential was. They've always known it, and they still do with this Four of Wands over here. It's just that they let their fears take over. So over here, it's like they realize, even though they're afraid, they see kind of this potential with you, and they know that this can last forever. And it's really kind of like, I feel like they're at a crossroads almost, where they have to decide. It's like, okay, am I still going to be this person who comes in and out of their life and risk losing this? Or do I change my ways? Do I really face my fears so that I can share my love with this person and develop a, you know, beautiful relationship? And I feel like that's where they're at right now. Let's take a look at the Oracle cards. We have Let Your Friends Help You. We have Storm Warning and Deep Feelings. So the Let Your Friends Help You, it's asking for support. And I feel like with what I was saying about the crossroads, it's kind of like, okay, I feel like they need that push and support from their friends in order to face it, because this to them is terrifying. It's not that you're terrifying, pile 3. It's not you. It's just that fear and their past experiences and what they've seen when it comes to love that's really impacting and affecting what they're doing when it comes to you. So it's kind of like, okay, they need the help to go through it, to heal, or, you know, just to face it. And like, okay, how do I do this? I don't know how to, right? Because obviously they haven't done it in the past with anybody else, but with you, they do want to do this. And that's why they're looking for that support. The storm warning and the deep feelings. So this is crazy. I'm just gonna say it right now. The same thing happened with pile 2. So let me tell you, I did a pick a card reading for Instagram. It's gonna be up later today. If you guys don't view it today, it's gonna be the one from the same date. So just go by the time stamps or date stamp. This the similar energy. There's similar energy from what I was getting in that reading. Even though it was a different question, the same energy is coming through. So let me know what pile you guys just choose, and if you see the similar energies. If not, that's cool too, but I just find it very interesting that came up. But the storm warning and the deep feeling. So your person is very much aware. They're aware that they really do care for you, and it's just this storm raging within them because there's so much desire to be with you. There's so much, you guys know, sometimes I don't like just throwing out the word. Some of you have done personal readings with me. You guys know how I feel about it. For some of you, it is where they do love you and they realize that, and others, it's just they really care about you very, very deeply. Of course it cuts me off, you know, of course, and I'm not paying attention to the time on my camera, but knowing that they have these beautiful, such beautiful feelings for you, and yet at the same time, they're afraid. They are so afraid. And it's knowing that they're just in this, like, battle of the fear versus love, and so the feelings are here. You have beautiful cards. It's just they need to resolve it, and hopefully they can get the support they need. And even if it isn't their friends, it could be maybe they do see like a therapist, psychologist, whatever, different ways of dealing with it, and just to kind of get them moving along, because really what it comes down to, it they do want to share their love with you, their passion and desire, and build long term. So I feel like it's for your guys is so the energy is not scattered like 1 and 2. Let me tell you, it's not. Sorry. For how they viewed the connection in the past, it wasn't really negative. Okay, the way that they handled the connection with you by being dishonest and being deceptive, possibly choosing someone else, yeah, the coping mechanism wasn't pretty at all. It wasn't. How they viewed you, though, how they recognized your worth when they, like, kind of just starting out to know you. I mean, seeing you as marriage material, knowing that you were worthy of having this beautiful happily ever after kind of relationship, they recognized it. And it's only a testament to you, pile 3, of how amazing you are. So it was really, again, their fears and how they dealt with it. And now over here we see this growth where they're recognizing that they do have to deal with the fear. Otherwise this storm is just going to keep raging and just throwing their lives all just everywhere, kind of, or at least their feelings, you know. So that's really what it comes down to. It's just been, it's been good, not really dealing with it, but recognizing your worth, and now realizing how they really do care about you and they do want more. And if they do want more, then they're gonna have to fix that. And for some of you, it is where they're gonna have to, you know, apologize and have this heart-to-heart type of conversation. So I don't know, just positive. Honestly, it's positive, but yeah, the way they dealt with it, it was shitty. That's it. No other way for me to say it. So that is where I'm gonna leave it, pile 3. I'm probably going to redo this reading. Like I said, I'm not... The other 2 piles, way too scattered. Your guys' was a little bit more just straight energy, which I prefer. So, if you guys watch pile 1 or 2, I'm sorry. We're going to do this one again. But again, I can't control what energy comes through. That's been a while since I've seen a reading like that, because I did the pick a card before this. And I was telling pile 2, I only used 2 cards. And so for those of you who view it, you'll see how much energy and how much information I got from those two cards, and yet over here it's just kind of like those two cards are just straightforward, straight to the point, and over here it's just kind of like, whoa, for pile 1 and 2. You guys, again, the most direct and calm energy, so I feel like maybe that's also possibly more mature energy from your person as well. And with the King of Staves is someone who goes after what they want. They are determined, they are passionate, they get things done. Bottom line, when they want something, they go get it, they make it theirs. And it's not to be, you know, don't take it the wrong way, it's just how they are, and that's just that fire energy driving them and pushing them, and that's how they're so successful too. And that is it. So that pick a card reading for Instagram, I'm going to be posting after, so it's going to be up there later today if you don't see it, depending on when you view this reading. And that is all I have. Pile 3. Comment, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell icon so you do get notified when I post another pick a card. I'm hoping to get another pick a card to you guys soon. We'll just see how it all plays out. Don't hold me to it, but I'm trying. Like I said, my energy is pretty good, so when I'm good, I'm posting, and that is where I leave it, pile 3. So thank you guys again, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.